Bears of Bishop Garrigan and baseman. As Bauer will bat leadoff in tonight's game. Cal Berkey's in center field batting second. Garrett Hine batting third and playing catcher. Drew Lappy at first base hitting cleanup. Keaton Hellsup at third base. He'll bat fifth. Nathan Marin is at shortstop hitting sixth. Drew Fogarty pitches. He'll bat seventh. Benji Trainer in right field hitting eighth. And Carter Schwab, the designated hitter, batting ninth as he will bat for the left fielder Brady Galligan. On the Forest City side of things, it'll be Kellen Moore, the catcher. Jack Thompson pitches. He'll hit second. Tommy Miller at second base. He'll bat third. James Hagan at third base hitting fourth. Corey Forson in center field bats fifth. Ryan Bailey in right hitting sixth. Ty Delavu at first base batting seventh. Omar Baez hits eighth. He'll play shortstop. And Jackson Archer is in left field batting ninth. So those are the starting lineups for tonight's game. Bishop Garrigan and Forest City coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll take a timeout here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream. Back for tonight's first pitch coming up next.
More Sports Club members making these broadcasts possible on Hometown Home Country Radio.
Algona Livestock, sales every Monday.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Farm and Home Services, view their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Holmes Animal Clinic, animals large and small, they love them all.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
TAFE Wellness Center in Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Take charge of your health.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Down to Earth Tree Service, your local Algona tree service.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
With over a decade of experience, Jake Ingalls Electric is here to handle any electrical job you could possibly have. From anything agricultural related to complex commercial wiring to something simple like installing a new outlet in your home, Jake Ingalls Electric does it all. Have your wiring done right and call Jake at 515-320-4286. Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
Bank is proud to be a part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Strowman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Bill's Auto and Truck Repair. Service is the difference.
Trend Salon, your complete family hair salon. It's all about you.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, celebrating a life lived.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Algona Frame and Auto Body. We meet by accident.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
Algona Pizza Ranch. There's so much to love.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these Sports Club members.
Kasuth Regional Health Center. Make KRHC your home for healthcare.
North Iowa Appliance Center, Highway 18 East Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, carrying steel products and Toro lawnmowers and Green Mountain pellet grills.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Runkey Brothers Full Service. Experience the Runkey Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Erpelding Voigt and Company, CPAs. They're not just about taxes.
Erpelding Excavating Enterprise. Let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Hy-Vee, use the Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fuel your car.
AK's Chrome Kitchen. When you come in, your family.
Bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio. More Sports Club members making these broadcasts possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Reeb's Wicked Good Bar and Grill. For wicked good food, drinks, and service, you gotta go to Reeb's.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
New Way K&H Cooperative, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
Dump it. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Albert Electric, flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Apartments, quality apartments for rent, beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Daylight Donuts, open early with delicious donuts and great coffee.
All bringing you this game on the radio.
What could be a conference-deciding game taking place tonight from Forest City, Iowa, as it's the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and the Forest City Indians. Good evening, everyone. Tyler Lance alongside Beanie Bodie here on the Algona Radio YouTube stream and on Hometown Radio KLGA. Bishop Garrigan coming out of a record of 20-5 overall. They are 13-1 in top of Iowa West play. Forest City 15-7 on the season. They've won 6 games in a row, and they are 12-2. The only couple blemishes on Forest City's conference record are a loss to Eagle Grove way back at the beginning of the season and a loss earlier to Bishop Garrigan. Garrigan's only loss in conference play came to North Union back earlier in the month of June. So Beanie, once again, here it comes. Forest City and Bishop Garrigan for the second year in a row. It all comes down to this at the very end of the season. I think we all kind of had a feeling in the back of our minds it might be in this situation here when we saw this on the schedule, and that Forest City was on the schedule for Garrigan at the very end here. But here you go. Conference could be decided tonight. Bishop Garrigan can clinch it for a win, or Forest City can tie the standings if they defeat the Golden Bears and split the season series.
Yeah, in the last few years, sometimes there's a giant mess of teams all battling for the top, but it's been pretty clearly Forest City and Garrigan since about midway through the season. It seemed like they were definitely at the top of this conference. And tonight, playing on this turf field over here, the field shared with Waldorf University and Forest City, home field for the Forest City Indians, and it could be quite a home field advantage depending how the game goes.
No doubt about it, and it's an interesting field. Turf infield, as you mentioned, and we have grass in the outfield as we look at it here, but the outfield wall is also very interesting and well here in Forest City, Iowa. The wall kind of juts up in left center field and right center field. The left field wall and right field wall are very, very tall, and that extends all the way out to the left and right center field gaps. The center field wall about normal height. They don't have any demarcations in the wall, so we don't know exactly how far away they are, but definitely some different dimensions tonight.
Yeah, you got to have some power to hit a home run to left or right. Best chance is probably center field if you're going to put one out tonight.
Here we go, the windup in Jack Thompson's first pitch of the night to Justin Bauer, and he takes it for a called strike as the count goes to 0-1. Jack Thompson has pitched in 11 games this season, 6 of them starts, an undefeated 5-0 record of a 1.30 ERA, 38 Ks and 12 walks in 27 innings as Thompson winds and delivers to Bauer, and Bauer takes that one downstairs. Opponents batting just 113 against the junior Thompson as Forest City mixing it up here. They threw Tommy Miller last time, but tonight it's the junior Jack Thompson with Forest City's conference hopes on the line. 1-1 count, Bauer taking, and there's another called strike, making it 1-2.
Jack Thompson usually plays center field out there, so always interesting in high school baseball. When you put a pitcher on the mound, it definitely changes your defensive lineup.
77 degrees here in Forest City, Iowa tonight. Some wind blowing. There's a bouncer towards shortstop. High hop for Baez. He's got to hurry. Gets it to first base. Throw is low, but Delavu got his glove underneath it, and Bauer retired on the ground out for out number 1. So Justin Bauer's out. Next batter will be Cal Berkey for Bishop Garrigan as the senior, batting .333 this season. 3 homers, including 1 last night, and 19 runs driven in for the right-handed hitter.
Yeah, this top of the Garrigan lineup has just been fantastic this year. Bauer has grown into a super confident hitter, gets on base, and Cal Berkey comes up and hits with power.
So Cal Berkey takes, and there's a called strike 1 on the Bishop Garrigan senior. Golden Bears defeated North Iowa last night 15-0 as tonight they wear those road gray uniforms with the script Garrigan across the front, black lettering, gold numbering. Forest City has the home white pants, blue base on the jersey for the red sleeves, and the red script Forest City across the front as Thompson quickly gets ahead of Berkey 0-2.
Yeah, Thompson really coming into the zone. Berkey, one of the heroes of last night, put one over the fence and drove in the game winning for the 10-run rule, I believe.
0-2 pitch, skips in there to Berkey, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The infield all turf, as we mentioned, even the baselines, which you can see the brown color. That's just brown colored turf. It's not actually dirt. The home plate batter's box is almost like a little carpet sticking out as it's a 1-2 pitch to Berkey and a swing and a miss. Thompson got him on the breaking ball, and Berkey was way out on the front foot.
Yeah, nice breaking ball by Thompson. Now Garrett Hine coming to the plate wearing number 6 for the Bears in the all grays. He's got the orange shoes on tonight. Used to be all be black shoes, white shoes, and now it's a lot of flash out there. And Garrett Hine certainly plays with a lot of flash.
Garrett Hine, one of the best batting averages in the state at .554. 5 dingers, 34 runs driven in, both leading the conference as he rips one into left field, and there's a line drive single by Hine. It gets out to the left fielder Archer on one hop as Hine will stop on first base with a ripped 2-out single on the first pitch.
Boy, he did put a charge into that ball. Talk about playing with confidence in this lineup. Garrett Hine, the senior, having a whale of a season. We all expected that coming in. Garrett Hine, such a good baseball player, going to play next year in college. Viterbo, and you know, sometimes players have a slump, Tyler, but Garrett Hine has been as steady as a rock all season.
And now it'll be the number 4 hitter, Drew Lappy, batting .391, as he'll tip that one at the plate for a foul ball. Lappy of 1 homer and 21 runs driven in this season, down on the count 0-1 against Thompson. It's Thompson against Fogarty tonight. 2 pitchers who have yet to take a single loss this season, as Thompson holds the hands at the belt, delivers the 0-1 pitch, and he goes off speed as that misses outside to even it up 1-1.
Umpire having a tough task tonight, as both these pitchers that we're seeing here are very good at painting pictures all around that strike zone.
Thompson sets, hands at the belt, and delivers the 1-1. That's about neck level to Lappy as it's up high for a ball, making it 2-1.
Yeah, Lappy has had 2 excellent takes here. He has taken 2 balls. Very good plate discipline. I'll tell you, I would have swung at those for sure.
2-1 to Lappy. And there's a breaking ball catching the knees for a called strike and evening it up 2-2. This field shared by Forest City and by Waldorf. There's a scoreboard in left center field with both the Forest City Indian logo and the Waldorf logo up atop it. 2-2 count, Hines moving, and Lappy pops that one down the right field line, curving towards foul territory, racing over the right fielder, and diving, and Bailey can't quite reach it. Laid out full extension in foul territory, but that one drops harmlessly as the count stays 2-2, and Bailey nearly made a miraculous run to that ball.
That was up in there for a long time. I don't know what the hang time was, but it was definitely 3 seconds plus, and that's a long run. That right fielder's going to have to get his air back into his lungs here. He was hauling.
So Bailey will settle back in right field, and Hine will return to first base as he was moving on the pitch. Moderate lead over at first base as Hine moves, pitches a called strike 3. That one across the letters, and Lappy gone looking, as that is out number 3 of the inning. So Hine left on first base, still no scores. We head to the bottom half of 1. High school baseball between Forest City and Bishop Garrigan on KLGA 92.7 FM.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
At Security State Bank, we focus on the needs of local families, businesses, and farmers. Decisions are made locally. We live and work in your neighborhood, helping to keep our local community vibrant and growing. We're involved in local community events. We believe in personalized service and advice that meets or exceeds your expectations. We're Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Bankers who believe in you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
For the second time this season, it's senior Drew Fogarty taking to the mound against the Forest City Indians. Fogarty's been perfect. 7 starts, 7 wins, a 7-0 record. Fogarty's pitched 40 innings as he has a 1.05 ERA, 58 strikeouts compared to just 8 walks. His opponents are batting 152 against the right-hander Fogarty. A little bit of a different task tonight for Fogarty, obviously facing Forest City for the second time, but the thing that makes it different, you have a turf mound out there as Fogarty's trying to get his grip out there right now, get a feel for what the turf mound is like. You can't really dig in, obviously, like you can in the dirt. You've got to make sure your cleat doesn't get caught out there, and just a little bit of a different feel for a pitcher to adjust to early in the game dealing with turf.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, you got to make the adjustment on any mound if you're a pitcher, but the difference here, for Fogarty is that at least it's going to be the same every single time. No one's going to dig a hole that your foot falls in that messes you up. And, boy, we got to get ready because, as we know, Tyler, Fogarty works quickly.
Kellen Moore, the senior catcher, gearing up for Forest City as he swings the first pitch and dribbles it foul. Fogarty slowed it down on the first offering as Moore was ready to hack as that's strike one.
Kellen Moore, for the last 2 years at least, maybe more, has been in the tops, in the top 10 of the batting average in the state.
And that one down and away for a ball as the count evens up at 1-1. Moore doing it once again, 441 so far this season. 1 homer and 25 driven in. He's hit above 500 before as well as the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball inside corner for a strike, and Fogarty gets ahead 1-2.
Moore is the catcher for the Forest City Indians. Hying, the catcher for the Bears, probably the two best catchers in the conference, hands down.
1-2 pitch, dribbler towards the left side, high hop for the shortstop Marin, guns it to first base, Lappy at the stretch, and Moore is out. Moore has some good wheels over there for a catcher, but a good strong throw by Marin records out number 1.
Yeah, Kellen Moore, he's one of those players that every time you get him out, it's a victory. He's got a great on-base percentage. He finds a way to get on base, and every time he gets up tonight, it's a little reason to celebrate for the Garrigan Bear baseball team.
Jack Thompson batting now as he's a .357 hitter, and Thompson takes that one for ball 1. A little bit different look for Moore tonight. Remember, he had the cutoff pants last time, almost like baseball shorts instead of baseball pants, but he's just wearing regular pants tonight, rolled up with the high socks as Fogarty delivers strike 1 to Thompson.
That's right. We had the pleasure of calling this game the first time around.
1-1 count, up and in, and Thompson spins away from the breaking ball.
And also had the enjoyment of watching Fogarty pitch that game as well. So the Indians have seen Fogarty much in the last couple of years.
2-1 count, ground ball towards shortstop. Marin fields the hop, throws to first base, and Thompson out by a couple of steps. 2 ground outs to Nathan Marin, and Forest City starts off with 2 outs and nobody on for Tommy Miller, tonight's second baseman. Miller hitting .275 this season of 6 runs knocked in. Pitched the last time around when these two teams matched up and pitched pretty well as Garrigan had a lot of opportunities, but Miller kept stranding base runners. As Miller digs into the back of that right-handed box. That pitch inside as he spins out of the way and takes a 1-0 count.
Yeah, Miller is a gamer. Fogarty's got that great breaking ball. Comes in, looks like he's going to hit the batter and then tails in.
Miller, a ground ball towards the middle, and it's speared by Fogarty. Casually flips it over to first base, and Forest City goes down 1-2-3 in the first inning on 3 groundouts. So Fogarty threw the first on 9 pitches, and we'll head to the second. No score between Bishop Garrigan and Forest City on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
American Glass. For all your glass needs, think American.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beisch, Jason Brace, Daniel Foth, and Michael Toe.
Chemco Tires. They're all you need to know about tires and service.
Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, where community connects.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
PMC Advantage Insurance Services, serving our neighbors for over 80 years.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, caring for Alguna, Sway City, and surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional, and physical therapy services.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on the radio.
No score between Bishop Garrigan and Forest City as we enter the second inning here in the penultimate top of Iowa West game of the season. Bishop Garrigan can clinch a conference title if they win tonight, but Forest City trying to keep their hopes alive, just 1 game behind Bishop Garrigan. No score right now. Keaton Helseth, Nathan Marin, and Drew Fogarty batting for the Golden Bears as the sophomore Helseth has had a fine season, batting .432 with 29 runs knocked in, and he'll try to start off this inning for Bishop Garrigan. Heading out of that upright right-handed stance as Thompson delivers and Helseth lines that one towards right field. It's getting down quickly. A dive by Bailey, and he can't make the catch. It hit the heel of his glove, but he couldn't stick it. And an opposite field single by Helseth to start the second.
Coming out looking for that first pitch, trying to get a fastball down the middle. Helseth got what he was looking for. Drives it the opposite way. Helseth continued to be hot. This Garrigan offense is something to be reckoned with this year. We don't say that every year, but boy, 1 through 9, everybody is hitting the ball this year.
Golden Bears with a .377 team batting average, and they are hitting it to all fields as Helseth just did right there. Marin squares to bunt, pulls it back, pick off down to first base by the catcher Moore, but Helseth gets back out of a dive as he had Moore's attention. That pitch was strike 1 on Marin. Marin batting .344 this season, 22 runs knocked in for the Golden Bears as he has a .494 on base. Hitting with those high socks in the right-handed batter's box. Helseth at first base takes the running lead as Marin swings, and there's strike 2 as he's down 0-2.
Kellen Moore giving a lot of attention to Helseth down at first base early in this game. You got these good pitchers going. Everyone knows that runs will probably be at a premium this game.
Third baseman Hagen pretty far off the line for Forest City as there's an off-speed pitch. Marin kind of double clutched that time as he took a quick step, and he took it outside for a ball, making it 1-2.
Well, the old Little League coach is yelling, "Protect with 2" out there. And Marin was doing just that. Tempted to swing by that close pitch, but good take.
1-2 pitch. That one skips in. A nice block by Moore behind home plate, and the count evens at 2-2.
And this is what really has helped the Garrigan batters this year, is they're first and foremost more confident at the plate than I've seen them in recent years. They're all just very confident young men this year, and they're able to lay off pitches.
And that one is swung on and fouled off high towards left field. That one gets out of play, so count will stay here at 2 strikes. So 2-2 on Nathan Marin battling here as that was pitch number 20 from Thompson. Helseth still at first base. Marin will dig back into that turf right-handed batter's box as Thompson sets to the hands of the belt. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just missed. Attempting 2-strike offering, and Marin spits on it again as the count runs full.
Ooh, big moment here early on. Full count runner at first base. Marin is good at going the distance.
Runner not moving on the pitch. That's grounded towards shortstop. Baez waits back on it. Goes to second base. Gets the out there. And no relay the first. That one was hit too slowly. So Helseth retired at second. Marin on first on the fielder's choice as that one goes 6-4. And that's out number 1 of the inning.
Now Fogarty coming to the plate. Fogarty very capable of the line drive to the gap. Big wide gap out of their center fielder playing fairly shallow. And Fogarty is able to hit it everywhere, but he likes to hit those dead center field shots.
So Fogarty standing in for Bishop Garrigan. Senior batting .301 this season as that pitch, ball 1 from Thompson. Helseth still at first base. Some shadows creeping across the pitcher's mound here at the field. Streaks of sunlight across the outfield as the cloud kind of patched with the sky patch of clouds right now, so that's flown in towards right center field. It's very shallow. Coming in is Bailey, and Bailey quickly gets there and puts it away for the out. Marin stayed close to first base as Fogarty pops out to shallow right for out number 2. So Fogarty retired. Benji Trainer now stepping in for Bishop Garrigan as Trainer so far this season has been able to bat .261. 15 runs knocked in for the junior, and will try to get something rolling here with 2 outs as the Golden Bears still have their runner at first base. Right-handed batter for Garrigan is Thompson working his way through the first. Bishop Garrigan had a lot of base runners last time these two teams matched up. Left 12 on base, though, as the pitch is outside for a ball. Golden Bears ultimately won 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th, back at Bishop Garrigan High School earlier this year. Trainer will take a brief look down towards third base, where Coach Patterson's at for the Golden Bears. 1-0 count. And Trainer lets that one go downstairs and gets ahead 2-0.
Another great example. Last year before, Trainer would not be at 2-0 right now. He would have been aggressive earlier in the count. He would have swung at one or both of those first 2 pitches and be sitting with a couple strikes. Now he's at 2-0, and he's in the driver's seat.
2-0 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Took a big 2-0 hack there, but came up empty, and it's 2-1 now.
Well, that was the right swing at the right pitch. He just missed it. That was a good pitch to hit, and Trainer knew it. Good big swing at that. If he makes contact, it's going a long ways. But as it is, here we go again.
Schwab waits on deck for the Golden Bears. The 2-1 pitch is a breaking ball rolled towards shortstop. Baez charges, fields the head-high hop, throws to first. It's low, but Dillavu got his glove underneath it again, and that is out number 3 as Trainer grounds out to shortstop. So once again, Thompson works around a single by the Golden Bears, and we still have no score. Heading to the bottom half of 2 on KLGA 92.7 and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
More Sports Club members making these broadcasts possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Reeb's Wicked Good Bar and Grill. For wicked good food, drinks, and service, you gotta go to Reeb's.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
New Way K&H Cooperative, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
Dump it. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Apartments, quality apartments for rent, beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Daylight Donuts, open early with delicious donuts and great coffee.
All bringing you this game on the radio.
Drew Fogarty worked a 1-2-3 first inning against Forest City. Now he's back out here for inning number 2. Fogarty facing James Hagan, Corey Forson, and Ryan Bailey, as Hagan's a right-handed hitter, and he'll ground the first pitch foul down the third base side. Hagan so far this season for Forest City has been able to hit .254, 22 RBI, which is second on the Indians, as Fogarty works on the windup. 0-1 pitch, and that one down and away for a ball, evening it up 1-1. Fogarty was able to work 3 groundouts in the first inning, and he might not put up gaudy strikeout numbers against Forest City tonight, but he's got to work efficiently, as there's a line drive towards center field. That's in the gap in right center for a base hit. Berkey over to cut it off, and Hagan held at first base with a single, but nice opposite field hitting by the Forest City cleanup hitter, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Andrew Fogarty, the pitcher for Garrigan, does not give you a lot of chances to hit that ball. And you got to take what you can get. That time he got a bit of a hanging, breaking ball and was able to just take a hack at it and put it into the opposite field. Nice piece of hitting there by the Forest City Indian Hagan. And now a big fella comes up to the plate.
So Corey Forson, the right-handed hitting sophomore, stepping in, hitting .241 this season. 14 runs knocked in, as he'll take the first pitch as a fastball outside for ball 1. Fogarty tossed 10 pitches in the first inning, as Keaton Heliseth even if the bag over at third base. Golden Bear middle infield pinch towards the bag at second as Hine picks the ball in the backhand. Fogarty spiked that in, and Hine with a nice pick to save the runner from going to second.
Boy, you are not wrong. That ball skips off the turf, and Hine is not used to that. Plays on some turf fields, but not all the time. And what a brilliant save there by the catcher. Saved a base.
Pick off the first base. Back into the dive is Hagan. Bishop Garrigan, as you said, they do not play on turf too often. They did play at St. Edmund earlier this year, which is turf, but not a ton besides that. As off-speed pitch catches the inside corner, and Forson throws in for strike 1.
A beautiful pitch by Fogarty. Thorson wasn't sure what to do with it, and it just broke right in the zone. Big breaker.
2-1 count. Pitch by Fogarty. Burns the fastball over for a strike, and it's quickly 2-2. Well, Fogarty trying to work back from a 2-0 count. Sets. Holds the hands just above the belt and delivers, and there's a swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball, and Forson got in protect mode, but swung and missed for strike 3.
Now Fogarty dealing with a runner at first base, keeping him real close over there. A couple Indians got picked off the first time these two teams played, so they are aware that Fogarty's got a good move to first, and they're keeping it tight over there.
Ryan Bailey batting for Forest City as Fogarty tosses the pickoff over there to keep Hagan honest, but he gets back into the dive. The sophomore Bailey batting .255 for the Indians. 11 runs driven in as Fogarty delivers strike 1.
Now Fogarty's got it dialed in on that outside corner, and the umpire likes it, so he's going to stick on that outside corner breaking ball.
0-1 count. That is lined towards left field. Freezing and making the catch is Garrigan. Oh, he made a good read on that one as he returns it back to the infield. He didn't have to move too far, but he played that one perfectly for out number 2.
Now, from the bleachers, that's going to look like an easy play. But any outfielder will tell you sometimes that line drive right at your eyeballs is the hardest one to catch. You're not quite sure if it's going to sail over or if you should come in, and it's hard just to stay put and trust that it's going to make its way to you. So hats off to Garrigan on a nice catch there.
Otter sophomore Ty Dillevue stepping in as he pops up the first pitch right side of the infield. Justin Bauer settling underneath it. He's on the dirt, and he puts it away for out number 3. Fogarty with an efficient second inning, works around the leadoff single, and retires Dillevue on the pop out. We remain scoreless heading to the third inning on KLGA 92.7 and on the Algona Radio YouTube channel.
More Sports Club members making these broadcasts possible on Hometown Home Country Radio.
Algona Livestock, sales every Monday.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Farm and Home Services, view their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Holmes Animal Clinic, animals large and small, they love them all.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle, passionate about teaching creative dance. Visit their studio or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
Tape Wellness Center in Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Take charge of your health.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Down to Earth Tree Service, your local Algona tree service.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Bishop Garrigan and Forest City scoreless on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona, 92.7 FM, and the Algona Radio YouTube stream as it's 9-2. Carter Schwab, Justin Bauer, and Cal Berkey batting in the top half of the third inning. Schwab, the left-handed hitting freshman, off to a good season so far, hitting .323. And he'll watch the first pitch by Thompson go by as it's off speed for a called strike one. Thompson, 15 pitches in the first inning, 14 in the second. As the right-hander climbs back onto the mound, winds it up and brings the 0-1 pitch to Schwab. Eye level for a ball, count even at 1-1. Forest City outfield playing Schwab slightly towards right center field. Got the grass outfield here, turf infield. As Thompson winds and fires on the 1-1. And Schwab check swing, and that's a strike. He was fooled on the breaking ball, and he's behind 1-2.
He checked his swing. He might have went, but it doesn't matter. I think that pitch was a strike anyway. Just a good solid pitch by Thompson for the Indians. Good breaker.
Thompson works quickly in the 1-2 pitch, slowly rolled towards first base. Delavu gets over, flips it to first base. Thompson covers, and Schwab retired for out number 1 of the inning. Executed well by Forest Cities. That'll bring it back over to the top of the order for Justin Bauer, who grounded out the shortstop his first time around.
Yeah, they made that fundamental baseball play look easy. The pitcher remembered to cover first. He went to the line and ran up the line, and the first baseman threw the ball to the bag as he's supposed to. Forest City make that difficult degree look easy.
The pitch to Bauer, he squares to bunt, and he pulls it back as that pitch is up and away for ball 1. Yeah, as a pitcher, if you forget about that even for a split second, you're already late getting to first base. So Thompson was right on top of it.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse than a first baseman panicking over there, not knowing what to do, and then the ball gets away from him. Bauer looks to bunt again, possibly.
1-0 pitch. He's not showing bunt this time, and he'll take downstairs for a ball, 2-0 count. So at minimum, Bauer will force Thompson to come into the strike zone here before he tries any bunts.
Bauer's ability to bunt for single with his speed from the left-hand side of the plate makes him a nightmare.
2-0 pitch, Bauer swinging and lining it into left field for a base hit. Lined it right past the shortstop Baez, and Bauer goes opposite field for a base hit. And I'll tell you what, when it's a 2-0 count, you don't always have to pull it. You can go to the opposite field like Bauer just did if you have a good pitch to hit. That is great hitting by Bauer, and part of the reason why he's hitting over 500 this season.
Yeah, just incredible job here by Bauer in the leadoff position. Just finding ways to get on base and drive in runs, like just a weapon, and now he's a weapon to run over there at first base.
Bauer has stolen 25 bases this season as Moore snaps the throw over there, and Bauer goes back in standing. The pitch was a called strike 1 on Cal Berkey. Bauer 25 for 27 in steals. Garrigan 106 for 109. And they're one of the rare teams that's even attempted a steal against Moore earlier this season. Bauer's got a healthy lead at first base right now as Thompson slides, steps and delivers. And Berkey dribbles that one foul over to the Forest City third base dugout. One of the Indians made a nice barehanded grab over there.
Now this inning, Thompson really coming right after the batters. Got 2 strikes on Bauer, didn't pay off. Bauer got a base hit. Now he's got 2 strikes on Berkey, who also has good speed here. He's getting the signs from Patterson. I think there might be a steal on here.
So 0-2 count to Cal Berkey, pick off to first base. Thompson was thinking the exact same thing, but Bauer in safely with a head first dive.
Now, yeah, still steal is on. Ideal time to steal here. 2 strikes. He just threw over. Bauer can get a huge lead.
0-2 count. Bauer fakes the steal. Pitch is inside, almost handcuffed Berkey, and the count goes to 1-2. But Bauer gets that running secondary lead. First couple of steps, it looks like he's going to steal, and then slams on the brakes, makes sure he doesn't get too far away for Moore to pick him off. And makes the pitcher and catcher think about it as Bauer, he's inching off of first base. Looks like he's itching to move. Fakes again. Berkey hits that one towards left field. Getting over quickly is Archer, though, and he gets underneath it to make the catch for out number 2. Sounded like he got that one just a little bit off the end of the bat, and that is out number 2 of the inning as Garrett Hine will bat.
Yeah, he just missed that. If he makes good contact with the barrel of the bat here, that might clear that left field fence that is so high and mighty out there. And now Garrett Hine to the plate. Good situation for the Bears. Hine, another excellent hitter. Hi to Vicky in Houston. Hopefully listen to us down there in the South Country.
No doubt about it. And if she saw Garrett Hine or heard Garrett Hine get a base hit his first time up, as he'll take a called strike. Attacked the first pitch last time around for a line drive single to left. Right now, down 0-1.
Doesn't offer at that one. Gives us a chance to talk more about him.
So 0-1 count. Pick off to first base. Bauer back into the dive. And that's exactly what you want for your base runner. Get far enough off to make the pitcher and catcher think about it, but not so far that you're going to get picked off.
Right, and right now with 2 outs and Garrett Hine at the plate, they really want to move Bauer into scoring position with a stolen base.
0-1 count. Bauer's running on the pitch. Hine taking. Moore throwing to second. The slide, and the throw's into center field. Bauer gets up, and he's heading to third base, and there will be no throw to third. That works out to perfection for Bishop Garrigan as Justin Bauer swipes second and goes to third base. So Hine has a duck on the pond right at third of 2 outs and a 1-1 count.
Moore is upset. You know, the throw wasn't bad. It wasn't his fault it went into center field. Even in an obvious steal situation there, I don't think the middle infielders were quite expecting that situation. Maybe they were really worried about Hine at the plate, knowing that this good hitter was going to give them something to think about.
And the 1-1 pitch to Hine is a called strike, and the Bishop Garrigan senior down 1-2 in the count right now. No score, Bishop Garrigan in Forest City, top of the third. First runner in scoring position for either team tonight is Justin Bauer at third base right now. 1-2 to Hine, and he hits that one towards center field, and it's fairly deep. Forson going back. He's in front of the fence, and he backs up to make the catch. Hine hit that one pretty well to center field, but not quite well enough as Hine flies out to end the third inning, and we stay scoreless. Forest City and Bishop Garrigan, bottom of the third, coming up next on Hometown Radio and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
With over a decade of experience, Jake Ingalls Electric is here to handle any electrical job you could possibly have. From anything agricultural related to complex commercial wiring to something simple like installing a new outlet in your home, Jake Ingalls Electric does it all. Have your wiring done right and call Jake at 515-320-4286. Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the
calling a fast.
So that pitch will be ball one as Baez digs back in. Baez batting for the first time tonight. Right-handed hitter for Forest City. Out on the front foot. There's a swing and a miss. And the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike.
Baez has made some incredible plays at shortstop we've seen over the years. He that last inning.
Fogarty delivers, and Baez hitting that one towards center field. Berkey drifting over into right center, and he'll put it away for an out. And Baez retired on the fly out to center for out number 1.
Baez puts a charge into that one. Boy, a lot of guys are making good contact tonight, but those flags are dead in center field. There is not any movement on the flags out there. No breeze here at all. So you hit that ball up in the air, you're not going to get any help from the wind. So routine play for the center fielders tonight.
Fogarty delivers, and Archer grounds it to third on the first pitch. Halasef picks it, throw to first base, in time for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out to Jackson Archer, and here you go. Kellen Moore bats, the base is empty, and 2 outs as Fogarty gets a quick 2 outs on 4 pitches.
Yeah, great news for Fogarty, who I'm sure not just for this game, who he'd like to go the distance, but you know, he's been pitching all season. You want to make sure those arms stay healthy as tournament time starts at the end of the week.
No doubt, Bishop Garrigan will play their first tournament game on Saturday by hosting St. Edmund. They'll actually play St. Edmund in the last regular season game. That'll be on Thursday night for the Golden Bears, and then on Saturday they'll play them in the first round of the playoffs. So a couple games against the Gales. This is an 0-1 count on Kellen Moore. The pitch, It's a breaking ball, dribbled up the first base line. It rolls right over to Lappy, and he'll tag Moore out. Moore tried to slam on the brakes at the last minute, and that's just a check swing roller up the first base line. So that's a break for the Golden Bears, and it's a 1-2-3 inning by Drew Fogarty on just 6 pitches. Top of the 4th coming up next on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
At Security State Bank, we focus on the needs of local families, businesses, and farmers. Decisions are made locally. We live and work in your neighborhood, helping to keep our local community vibrant and growing. We're involved in local community events. We believe in personalized service and advice that meets or exceeds your expectations. We're Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Bankers who believe in you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
No score between Bishop Garrigan and Forest City as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. No runs on 3 hits for the Golden Bears. No runs on 1 hit for the Indians. Golden Bears have spread their hits out so far, just 1 hit in each inning as Drew Lappy, Keaton Helseth, and Nathan Merritt will bat. Lappy 0 for 1 with a strikeout, looking his first time around back during inning number 1.
This game is shaping up to seem like the first team to put together a couple hits is going to take this early lead, but this game's moving right along already in the top of the 4th.
Thompson winds and delivers and spikes that one in for ball 1 on Drew Lappy. Quick update from across town. Algona and Pocahontas area played earlier tonight. A 6 o'clock start time as the Bulldogs were victorious in that one, 3-2. Shout out to Brian Wilson there, keeping us updated on that one. Here at Forest City, it's no score between the Indians and Golden Bears as the 1-0 pitch. Another breaking ball as Lappy watches that one go to make the count 2-0.
A good situation here. Lappy can maybe afford to look at a couple pitches, maybe get himself on with a leadoff walk.
The wind by Thompson and the 2-0 offering. Low fastball for a ball, and Lappy gets ahead here with a 3-0 count.
Maybe the first team to put together a few hits, or maybe the first pitcher to break control a little bit.
Thompson winds it up, brings the 3-0 pitch, and he brings it downstairs for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk on the first plate appearance of the inning by Drew Lappy, and the Golden Bears have a man on for Keaton Helseth, who's 1 for 1 off a single tonight. I'll tell you what, Beanie, normally we're up in the Garrigan press box in the home games. Obviously, a nice press box, and we're glad to have it this year. But when you're down here on the field, we're down on the first base side tonight. You can really hear the chatter coming from the Golden Bear first base dugout. They're a very active dugout. Coaches always love that. Guys into the game and keeping things noisy and loud when the Golden Bears are at bat. As Helseth reaches for that one and swings and misses for strike 1.
Yeah, they always have a lot of chatter in the dugout. They play a little bit of a game, I think. When there's a certain count on the board, they have certain cheers that they do, try to keep everybody paying attention to the game. Drew Lappy over on first base as a runner. He is normally the fielding first baseman for the Bishop Garrigan Bears, so he knows that area well.
Thompson kicks and delivers the 0-1, and he missed up and away to even it up 1 ball and 1 strike.
And what impresses me about the junior Drew Lappy is that I don't think when he was a youngster he was planning on playing first base. But as he got older and grew and got bigger and he realized, you know, I can make a contribution to the team, and if the coaches asked him to play first, he said, yes, I'll do it.
And Golden Bears were trying a hit and run there. Lappy was running. Helseth was swinging at a pitch that was outside, and he fouled it off to make the count 1-2.
And we've seen Drew Lappy over the last 2 years make some incredible stretches at first base. Very impressive flexibility over there. He's a gymnast and has made a lot of infielders look good.
Lappy not moving this time. Helseth reaching and popping it up, foul territory, third base side. Moore gives it a look, but it'll creep over the dugout, and count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes on Helseth.
Moore pretended he was going to scale that fence, climb over, and go get it. He could do it. He's quite an athlete, wrestler, baseball player, you name the sport. Kellen Moore has done it for Forest City here. Quite an athlete. And when he checked swing and got out at the end of the bottom of the 3rd inning, he almost tried to make some action happen, just getting out at first base, trying to run away from the tag from Drew Lappy.
1-2 count, and there's a swing and a miss. It was a eye-high fastball to Helseth, and he was fooled on that one for strike 3, as that is out number 1 of the inning.
Well, Helseth can just flush that at bat out of his brain. Didn't go his way. Swung at one. He wished he had back. He had to swing at one for a hit and run that he had to swing, and then wasn't ready for that high heat.
Pick off to first base. Back on the dive is Drew Lappy. 1 out, Nathan Marin batting as Marin hit into a fielder's choice to the shortstop his first time around. As Thompson climbs back onto the pitching mound. No score between the Golden Bears and Indians as he snaps off the breaking ball for a called strike. 0-1 count on Marin.
You know, the whole Garrigan offense is really seeing the ball very well. You know, meaning like they can really read those pitches right away. I think maybe Nathan Marin up here is one of the best on the team at reading the pitch out of the pitcher's hand.
Pick off to first base. Lappy back into the dive. Lappy has a pretty modest lead at first base, but
Yeah.
keeping an eye on him following that hit and run earlier.
Yeah, that hit and run caused Thompson to pay a lot of attention to him. He really doesn't have much of a lead. He doesn't even have to dive back in probably, but he's making Thompson worry.
0-1 count. Way up high for a ball. Count even at 1-1.
You know, sometimes that's what you can do if you're running on first and you're making that pitcher think. Sometimes they lose a little bit of focus on that catcher's mitt. And here we go again with a lead.
1-1 count. Marin flies that one in the air. Foul territory towards left field. Racing back the third baseman Hagan. Coming in the left fielder Archer, and neither of them can get to it. The big foul territory in left field. Too much ground to cover, and that one will drop in safely.
That is some ground there, and there's probably 20 yards between the foul line and the fence over there in left field.
Yeah, this is a big foul territory, although it starts to narrow the closer you get to that outfield wall, but over by the third base dugout and down past the third base bag, it's a pretty wide territory, same as on the first base side. 1-2 now to Marin. Hard ground ball past third base foul, and we'll do it again if a 1-2 count. This seems like a Nathan Marin specialty. He's really able to spoil a lot of two-strike pitches and work deep into counts.
He is, and he must have been paying attention when he was on deck because he saw Keaton Helliseth go down on that high fastball when he had 2 strikes, and he was ready for fastball there, but got a changeup and was way out in front, but able to foul it off.
1-2 to Marin, and he just got a piece of that one, fouling it back. It was a breaking ball that probably would have bounced on top of home plate, but Marin got a piece of it to tip it off and make the count stay at 1-2.
Yeah, Marin, he is not going to go down easy. None of these Garrigan hitters are. You know, when your whole offense is rolling, like the Garrigan offense has been this whole season, you don't want to be the guy to break the roll.
1-2 again. And there's a called strike 3. He got the fastball past Marin. Might have been looking breaking ball there, and the fastball sneaks by for the second out of the inning.
Well, I jinxed him. You don't want to be the guy to break the rolling offense, but someone's got to get out that way once in a while. But Marin has been hard for opposing pitchers to get out all season, and here comes another guy that's been hard to get out in Andrew Fogarty.
Fogarty flew out to right field his first time up. Lappy still on first base, but now 2 outs as Lappy leadoff walked to start the inning. Down and away, ball 1 by Thompson. Thompson had that little blemish, the first pitch, or first walk, I should say, on 4 pitches, but he's gotten back into the zone since then. 1-0 count on Fogarty. Lappy's running, Fogarty swinging, and he flies that one into the left center field gap. It's going to be a long run, but getting over is Forson, and Forson puts it away for out number 3. Fogarty tried to send it to the gap, but couldn't quite get it there, as that's out number 3 of the inning, and once again, the Golden Bears leave a runner on base. We are still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 4th on KLGA 92.7 FM.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
Farmers State Bank is proud to be a part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Strowman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Bill's Auto and Truck Repair. Service is the difference.
Trend Salon, your complete family hair salon. It's all about you.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, celebrating a life lived.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Algona Frame and Auto Body. We meet by accident.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
Algona Pizza Ranch. There's so much to love.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
No score between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and the Forest City Indians here in Forest City, Iowa, as the bottom half of the 4th innings coming up. Bishop Garrigan has had 1 base runner each inning, and they've stranded 4 so far. The lone base runner for Forest City came in the 2nd inning as it was a leadoff single by James Hagan, but Hagan was stranded on base. So Fogarty's been able to set down 6 batters in a row now, and Fogarty will face Jack Thompson, Tommy Miller, and James Hagan this inning in the Forest City batting order. Thompson a ground out to short his first time up, trying to help his own cause for the Indians as Fogarty completes that final warm-up toss. Fogarty so far tonight, he has not thrown more than 11 pitches in a single inning, as he threw just 6 this past inning.
Well, Fogarty works quickly, and that is a benefit, and maybe so, because there is some rain sitting off west of us. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that.
First pitch swinging. It's a blooper towards shallow center field. Berkey sprinting in, and he covers a lot of ground to put it away. That ball hung up from Jack Thompson, and the first pitch flyout will certainly help that, as you mentioned.
Maybe it is the hazy smoke from the Canadian fires in the air. Maybe it's just the humidity that we haven't had much of this summer, but any ball up in the air is hanging up there for a long time. If you want to get on base, you got to hit the ball on the ground or a low line drive tonight.
Tommy Miller bats. He squares around against Fogarty. Pulls the bat back, and he takes that one for a called strike. That looked like a take it all the way kind of pitch to make sure it wouldn't be 2 pitches, 2 outs, but the bunt more so for show. Miller's back foot on the back line of that box as Fogarty tries the off-speed pitch, but missed it in the dirt for a ball, evening it up 1-1.
Fogarty, the senior, he just doesn't mess around, and he doesn't waste many pitches this year.
1-1 pitch, dribbles slowly, third base side. Hellsup has to charge, grabs the high hop, throws to first base. Lappy does a split, and he holds the bag. Out number 2 of the inning as Miller is retired, and that gymnastic ability by Drew Lappy comes through once again.
There it is again, making those infielders look good. Throw it anywhere near him, and he'll vacuum that thing in.
James Hagan now bats. Hagan, the only base hit of the night for Forest City. A single leading off the second inning against Fogarty as he got aggressive early in that at-bat. So we'll see if Fogarty maybe starts him off with something fancy here, like an off-speed pitch, as he winds and delivers. Went fastball as it's fouled back by Hagan, but once again, got after the first pitch for strike 1.
Fogarty very deceptive with his timing. He'll start slow, finish fast, start fast, finish slow.
Fogarty's pitch. That one is lined into right center field, and that's a base hit over the leaping glove of Justin Bauer at second base. Nearly skied in the air to bring that one back, but a line drive single by Hagan. And to your point, Beanie, Fogarty, he went quick on that one, went with a modified and shorter leg kick to try to come quickly at Hagan, but Hagan was not fooled by that one.
Yeah, and he doesn't throw a lot of fastballs twice in a row. And Hagan just saw 2 fastballs right in a row. And a good job hitting, because I think he was probably looking for a breaker. He saw the fastball and was able to get his hands through the zone.
Corey Thorson now batting as Fogarty tries the breaking ball, blocked by Hine. It was down low, and the count goes to 1-0.
Yeah, great block by Hine. You know, we're not doing sabermetrics here or anything, but it'd be interesting to see how many bases Garrett Hine has saved with good blocks.
1-0 count, and there's a called strike as the count evens up at 1-1. I mean, I spend a lot of time on the website Bound, obviously, of all those stats from high school sports. I say it's time for Bound to add a sabermetric category. Let's go. We need all those high-tech cameras that are capturing spin rate around the top of Iowa West. 1-1 count, up and away on the fastballs. It goes to 2-1 from Fogarty.
Yeah, and as a volunteer high school commentator, I need to see where these guys usually bat, what areas of the field. I need to see what zones they like to swing at.
And there's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Hine and goes to the backstop as Hagan's up to second base. First time tonight, Forest City's had a runner at second base. As that one looked like it might have been a foul tip at first, but Forson actually did not touch that one as the count's even at 2-2.
Yeah, it was really low ball, just above the plate. Thorson took a golfing swing at it, and nobody saw where that ball went.
2-2 count. Bauer holds the runner at second base. Fogarty takes a quick peek and brings it. There's a little dribbler foul first base side, and we'll do it once again if a 2-2 count on Forson.
You know, Garrigan with a 20-5 record and some good pitching and a lot of offense. You know, they've won a lot of big games. They've had a few close ones, but they haven't had to deal with a lot of tight situations. It's a good game for them to play.
2-2 pitch, slow ground ball towards shortstop, charged by Marin, grabs it with one hand, off balance throw, it's picked by Lappy, oh, and they got him! What a pick by Drew Lappy, and what a stretch. That was a defensive gem of a inning by Drew Lappy at first. Forson's retired on the ground out, and we'll head to the top half of 5, still scoreless in Forest City, Iowa.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
American Glass. For all your glass needs, think American.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beisch, Jason Brace, Daniel Foth, and Michael Tull.
Chemco Tires. They're all you need to know about tires and service.
Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, where community connects.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
PMC Advantage Insurance Services, serving our neighbors for over 80 years.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, caring for Alguna, Sway City, and surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional, and physical therapy services.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on the radio.
And we are already in the 5th inning here in Forest City, Iowa. If you missed the first 1 hour of baseball action, not even really the first 50 minutes of baseball action, you've missed scoreless baseball, a pitching duel between Jack Thompson and Drew Fogarty. Only 3 hits by the Golden Bears, only 2 hits by the Forest City Indians, as Benji Traynor steps in 0 for 1 today with 8, 9, and 1 in the Garrigan batting order here. Thompson works from the stretch, kicks and delivers. Breaking ball, and that had Traynor fooled. Took a big hack for strike 1.
Traynor definitely looking first pitch fastball there. Nice decision by Thompson to throw him the breaker, start him off balance.
Thompson has struck out 4 batters so far today, delivers the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball again, grounded towards the middle. High hop, it hits the second baseman Miller in the chest for the first base. Not in time as Traynor hustles down. Took a high hop off the turf, and Miller knocked it down off his rib cage, but couldn't recover in time to get Traynor at first.
Good job, Traynor, running hard all the way. Some people see the routine grounder to second and think it's an easy out, but that took a wicked hop off of a turf infield, so the home field advantage doesn't ring true. A bad hop to Miller. Traynor on first base, and the Bears have the leadoff runner on again.
Scored as a hit here on the scoreboard as that pitch is skipped into Schwab, and it rolls out in front of home plate, blocked by Moore up the third base line as count goes to 1-0.
Well, Indians are very fortunate there. That ball went to the turf, and Kellen Moore was able to keep it in front of him despite Schwab squaring to bunt and make a lot of confusion.
1-0 count, Schwab squares to bunt, and he jabbed at the bunt and fouled it back to the screen. That pitch maybe a little bit high there as the count evens 1-1.
And I think it went from Schwab's bat onto Kellen Moore's throwing hand as he shakes off a little bit of a dinger. Umpire's going to check him out, make sure he's okay.
That's all in the day of a life of a catcher. Moore and, has those wrists taped up.
Coach Patterson wants to talk to Schwab, and he's just trying to give Kellen Moore some time. He's trying to be courteous so Moore can shake off the little dinger on his throwing hand. But Schwab doesn't want to go over there, and Moore doesn't want the timeout. He wants to play. He says, Coach Patterson, I don't need it. Nice of you, but let's play on.
You know, I'm generally an anti-unwritten rule guy, but the one unwritten rule I do like is if the umpire gets drilled or the catcher gets drilled, the batter steps out, he goes to talk with the coach, maybe the catcher comes out and talks to the pitcher. Just give people a little bit of time after they get hit in the face or the wrist, in this case, by a ball, as they pick off the first base, not in time.
Yeah, Traynor got a healthy lead there. He got back with plenty of time to spare, but maybe caught leaning a little bit there. Got to stay sharp over there. I think he's going to go over a second here on a bunt by Schwab. Don't want to get picked off right before you get over the second.
The sky has darkened fairly considerably as the 1-1 pitch, and that one a called strike. Schwab pulled the bat back, but he took it, and he's down 1-2. It's behind home plate. It looks like it's coming towards us, but again, nothing to worry about yet, but maybe something to keep in mind later on tonight if the game does happen to drag on a little bit. 1-2 count. It's in the dirt, and it gets away. It goes to the backstop, and Traynor's on his way to second base. Moore could not pick it on the backhand that time, and that works better than the bunt as Schwab bats of a 2-2 count.
Well, that was a freebie. It skipped right off the plate. A high bounce all the way to the fence. Easy up to second by Traynor, and no one's happier than Schwab. He had 2 strikes on him, and now he gets to swing away, which I think he'd much prefer to do rather than bunt.
Traynor held on by the second baseman Miller. Ball skips in, and it gets away again. Traynor's on his way to third base, and he'll get there. And a 3-2 count on Carter Schwab. Boy, tough bounces there for Kellen Moore behind home plate. He's blocked the ball tonight up until that point.
Now, what's more is there are no outs. Bears have a runner on third base. That's 2 solid opportunities to get him in. Pop, fly, sacrifice, squeeze, any kind of thing to get that runner in and take this lead.
Forest City keeps the infield back at normal depth. 3-2 to Schwab, and he bounces that one towards second base. Miller charges in, he goes to the knees, he throws to first, and he gets Schwab. But the run comes in to score, and the Golden Bears break the ice tonight. Carter Schwab, an RBI groundout, gets the job done, and Bishop Garrigan with a crucial early run, leading 1-0 here in the 5th inning.
Wow, now how big are those wild pitches, pass balls, whatever you want to call them? 2 in a row, letting Traynor go from first to third scot-free. Huge breakdown there by the Indian defense, and the Bears take advantage with a grounder.
RBI number 22 by Carter Schwab as Bauer tries to bunt his way on, but foul it back to the padding behind home plate to make the count 0-1. Golden Bears' last win at Forest City was June 29th of 2015. 2015 was also the last time the Golden Bears swept the Indians. That was 2,290 days ago for those of you keeping track at home. So Golden Bears.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people keeping track of that, Tyler. Thank you for doing that math for them.
Golden Bears have the inside track so far, up 1-0, but Bauer looking to add to that as he rolls it towards second base. Miller grabs it, low throw to first base, but Delavu fields it, and Bauer out at first base for out number 2.
Yeah, Bauer wanted to bunt for single because Hagan, the third baseman, was playing pretty deep, but he must have changed his mind, even though the third baseman still was playing even with the bag. I guess this turf infield, if you're going to lay down a bunt, you may have to make sure you're quite speedy because you can't hope for some deadening by the grass.
Bauer's taken one crack at bunting and a couple of plate appearances so far tonight as Berkey rolls the first pitch foul off the end of the bat. First base side, 0-1.
Well, that was kind of now there's 2 outs already. It's kind of an easy run to get there, getting train over to third. And now what's that going to do is it's going to make Berkey relax here.
0-1 pitch. Breaking ball to Berkey, and he's quickly down 0-2 in the count.
Even with 2 strikes, in fact, I think the whole Garrigan Bear lineup just had a giant monkey off their back, and I think this offense is going to be much more relaxed the rest of the game and start hitting that ball harder.
0-2 to Berkey, and he flies that one in the air fairly deep towards left center field. Racing back Archer. Archer looking up. It's near the fence, and that ball's out of here. Cal Berkey clears the deck over the huge big wall in left field. Golden Bears grab a 2-0 lead. A huge home run just carries right out of here as that's home run number 4 of the season by Cal Berkey. RBI number 20 as he comes up from 19 last night. Hit a home run against the Bison, hits a home run tonight against the Indians, and a huge run to add on. And Beanie, that was your crystal ball in front of you. Cal Berkey relaxed, got down on the count 0-2, and just drills one out to left field over that huge fence. I didn't think he had enough there. It really didn't even sound like he got that off the sweet spot, but muscled it out.
I had a feeling, and the wind is just coming up just a little bit. The flags are starting to move, and he put that high in the air.
And Hine laces that one down the third baseline, foul.
As suspected, the hits are really happening now. They are ripping at that ball. And wouldn't you know it, that wind just died down. I will say Cal Berkey was at a funeral earlier today, and all the other guys on the baseball team went down for a funeral of a kind of an add-on to the Golden Bear family, relative of Cal's there. So maybe there's a little divine intervention on that wind coming up to carry that giant high ball of Cal Berkey's over the left field wall.
You can't argue with that if you're a Golden Bear fan, as the count's right now 0-1 on Garrett Hine. The pitch by Thompson, and Hine will take that for a strike as the count goes 0-2. Berkey is second in the conference now with 4 home runs. Hine, the only man ahead of him, of 5. And he may want to add one here to try to stay ahead of Cal for the rest of the season. 0-2 count. Spiked in. Thompson spiked that one about 6 feet in front of home plate as the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, I think that's the pitch that he was having a hard time with. I let Trainer advance all the way over third. I think he kind of throws a straight change where he chokes that ball deep in his palm, and it's sticking in there tonight and can't get out.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Hine way out on the front leg and fooled on an off-speed offering by Thompson. But the Golden Bears break through. They score 2 runs here in the top of the 5th, grab a 2-0 lead on Hometown Radio KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Iowa did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Carter Schwab with an RBI groundout, Cal Berkey with a solo home run, and Bishop Garrigan all of a sudden finds himself in front of the Forest City Indians 2-0 as we play in the bottom of the 5th. Drew Fogarty going to work with only 39 pitches so far through 4, as he'll face hitters number 6, 7, and 8. Beanie, I felt the whole Golden Bear dugout exhale after that last half inning, and now Bishop Garrigan's ace will go back to work here with 9 outs to get for a conference title.
Yeah, and the Forest City hitters are challenged, but the one thing that Garrigan can be confident with is Andrew Fogarty has had phenomenal control all season.
Fogarty's first pitch, that one grounded towards shortstop. Marin got a late break on it, tries to backhand it, and it's off his glove. Safe at first base is Ryan Bailey. Marin had to range a long way into that hole at shortstop and hit it off the heel of the glove as Bailey's safe at first.
That time, ball hit softly. You know, sometimes the hard plays are because the ball was hit so hard. Sometimes the hard plays are because the ball was hit so soft. That was a soft one.
Ty Dillevue now bats as Dillevue popped up to second base his first time around. That is hit number 3 of the ball game by Forest City. As Dillevue lines that one into left field for a base hit, attacking the first pitch, and all of a sudden the Indians have the tying runs on base here in the 5th inning.
Well, I just talked about how Fogarty's control is so good, and his control is too good right now. He needs to be effectively wild with this next batter because the Forest City hitters are dialed in. He needs to, throw one at the ball.
This is trip number 2 for the batting order for Forest City as Omar Baez steps in, number 8 hitter, as he flew out to center field his first time around. Bailey at second, Dillevue at first. Fogarty takes a look, kicks and delivers, and it's a bunt attempt. Bunt is line drive towards first base. Lappy dives and he made the catch. Turns back towards first base, but getting back in there safely is Dillevue, as Fogarty couldn't get there in time. But Drew Lappy having a gold glove performance at first base tonight.
Oh, Baez very upset with himself. Couldn't get the bunt down. Just got under it a little bit on the Fogarty fastball and popped it up a long ways. He was probably trying to push that down the first baseline, trying to get on base as well.
And the first pitch is outside for ball 1 to Jackson Archer, and I think that's exactly right. It looked like he was trying to bunt it hard enough to make sure it got past Fogarty and force the first baseman Lappy to field it, but you want that bunt on the ground, obviously, and Baez could not do that as the 1-0 count. A breaking ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Hine. He'll throw back behind the runner at second base, and Bauer ranges over and saves that ball from going into center field, as Bauer had to go all the way to the shortstop side to backhand that one.
And that's the tough thing about baseball. You don't get any do-overs. Baez, a great player. If he had to do over, he'd say, well, I wouldn't be greedy. I'd just lay down the bunt and not worry about getting to first. And
2-0 pitch, ladder high fastball for a called strike, 2-1 on Archer.
That's a nice pitch right at the letters, right at the top of the strike zone. If he does swing at that, probably not going to do much with it.
2-1 count by Fogarty. And tried to go across the knees, a little bit down low, as 3-1 count on Jackson Archer. I believe this is the first 3-ball count we've seen from Fogarty tonight, as he's worked with very few pitches. Look towards second base on the 3-1. And breaking ball called strike. That one caught the knees, and the count is full on Archer.
Well, tough to be Archer in there right now because Fogarty has a long repertoire of pitches to go with here.
The look towards second. The 3-2 offering. Outside for ball 4. First walk of the night by Fogarty.
And it did not miss much. Fogarty tries to paint the outside corner, and it was close.
And a good time for a conference at the mound as Coach Meister will head out along with Garrett Hine for Bishop Garrigan. So bags are full of Forest City Indians. Bailey at third, Dillevue at second, Archer at first base with only 1 out. And Bishop Garrigan now clinging on to a 2-0 lead.
Well, how important is that Cal Berkey solo shot? Because
huge.
Without that solo shot in a 1-run game, you can almost guarantee Moore's going to hit a long fly ball just for fun, like batting practice, or just suicide squeeze that runner in and tie the game. But they need more than just one, and they're going to be swinging away with more, which strangely makes it a little better situation for the Bears.
Kellen Moore 0 for 2 so far tonight. A ground out to shortstop and a check swing ground out to first base his last time up. And a huge spot. Garrigan trying to win that first conference title since 2012, back when they were in the North Central Conference. But it won't be easy to go through more in this situation. Bases loaded, 1 out, and one of the best hitters in the conference standing in. Kellen Moore, Forest City's catcher. Moore's driven in 25 runs this season, looking for a couple right here. Golden Bears have Heliseth even at the bag at third base. Rest of the infield back at normal depth. Pitch to Morris, line towards the right center field gap, and that one's going to be trouble. It splits the outfielders, and it will roll to the fence. 1 run scores. Coming around for the second run is Dillavu. The third run being waved around, it's Archer. He'll come to the plate, and he scores. Kellen Moore, a bases-clearing double into the right center field gap. And just like that, Forest City has turned this game 180 and taken a 3-2 lead.
Holy moly, first pitch swinging. It was a tough pitch to hit, too. Fogarty threw him a breaker that was on the outside half of the plate, maybe even a ball on the outside the zone, and he just extended his arms to the opposite field. A great piece of hitting by Kellen Moore. He earned that double and cleared the bases. Impressive.
Now can Fogarty buckle down here as there's a called strike on the off-speed pitch to Jack Thompson. Trying to keep it at a 1-run game, still 1 out. Moore at second base with another big insurance run for Forest City as Fogarty gets ahead 0-2 against Thompson.
Boy, also going back to the hit, anything hit up in the air tonight has been caught by the outfielders. That one was a liner.
0-2 pitch, ground ball towards the left side, and that one will leak through into left field. Morris getting the stop sign at third base as Bauer came in quickly as he was shallow, but that's a ground ball single sneaking through by Thompson with a couple of strikes.
Hit it right where Marin and Halliseth couldn't combine to cut it off. And now the Forest City Indians have the offensive confidence, putting the pressure back on the Bears. 1 down. There is a double play in order. Time for a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play. And the Fogarty curveball can do that, so he's going to start off with a curveball here. I almost guarantee it.
Tommy Miller stands in 0-for-2 so far tonight. Pick off to first base. Back in there's Jack Thompson, not being courtesy run for.
You know, the Indians were a victim of a third to first pickoff the last time these two teams met.
Fogarty delivers, and that's a called strike. The throw down to second base is a little bit in front of the bag as Marin cuts it off. And safe at second base for the stolen base is Thompson.
How about that, though? That's the confidence in Garrett Hine, the catcher. First and third, a lot of coaches in the state don't let their catcher throw through to second. They let Garrett throw through with the confidence that he's going to put it on the money and not have a ball going to center field.
So 1-0 count as that pitch missed to Miller for ball 1. Runners at second and third now with Moore at third base and Thompson at second. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball missed downstairs, and the count goes to 2-0.
Just missed downstairs. That's a nice breaking ball there. Good idea by Fogarty. Just didn't catch that zone.
Fogarty kicks and brings the 2-0 pitch and got underneath that breaking ball as it's up high and makes the count 3-0.
Now, I know you're thinking, it's 3-0. What's going on? Well, you know, Fogarty doesn't want to give anything close here. First base is open. It would put a force in.
And 3-0 right over the plate for a called strike, 3-1. But the 2-for-2 James Hagan is on deck, the one man who's seen Fogarty extremely well so far tonight. As Fogarty winds and brings the 3-1 pitch. And there's another fastball for a strike. He's back in it with a 3-2 count.
Great comeback by Fogarty. Get down 3-0, and now it's full count. Way to come back into that zone.
Fogarty motions and brings it, and he lost him for ball 4, trying to paint the fastball, but that's the second walk of the inning, and the Indians have reloaded the bases for their number 4 hitter, James Hagan. Hagan's been hitting a couple of line drives tonight, and he's been picking on pitches early in the count, 2-for-2 with a couple of singles.
Well, it's not all bad, because you don't want to give him an easy one to hit there, because there's first base open to put a force back in effect with the bases loaded.
Golden Bears are going to pull the infield in about halfway here and try to get the run at home plate as Hagan pops it up.
Infield fly.
Infield fly. Justin Bauer will grab it. Doesn't matter anyways because that's an out with the infield fly, but huge first pitch out. Hagan tried to be aggressive again, and it burned him.
Now, in my opinion, the best thing to do there if you're Justin Bauer is not catch that ball and hope that the runners don't realize it's an infield fly, panic, take off, and then you pick up the ball and get one of them off. But it's hard to be out there and not catch an easy pop fly right at you.
Here's the 9th batter of the inning, Corey Forson, as Forson will take that one. A little bit up and in for a ball, 1-0 count. The bags remain loaded for the Forest City Indians, up 3-2 over the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears. 3 runs so far this inning as Forson behind on that one, and the count evens up 1-1.
Thorson has struggled against Fogarty in his first at-bat here. Just can't get the timing down.
This is pitch number 23 of the inning by Fogarty as he snaps off a nice breaking ball. Tight spin there as the count goes to 1-2 on the swing and miss by Forson.
Fogarty's definitely leaving it right on that curveball because he is struggling with it.
The 1-2 pitch. Fastball and a backhanded pick by Hine. That was down and outside, but Hine kept it in front as the count evens at 2-2. 2 outs, bags full of Indians. Bottom half of the 5th inning as Fogarty stares in from the mound. The senior winds it up, And fires the 2-2 pitch. Downstairs again with a fastball. The count goes 3-2. So traveling time around the bases. Moore at third base. Thompson at second. Miller at first. And a 3-2 count by Fogarty. Do you dare go back to the breaking ball here after missing of 2 fastballs?
Oh, absolutely. He's not going to touch that breaking ball. Fogarty throws it.
3-2 pitch. Breaking ball to swing and a miss. It gets away from Hine. Hine will throw to first base, and it's in time for the out. A huge, huge strikeout of Corey Forster to end the inning, but not before Kellen Moore rips a 3-run double and gives Forest City their first lead of the ball game. Indians 3, Golden Bears 2 as we head to the top of the 6th on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
American Glass. For all your glass needs, think American.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beisch, Jason Brace, Daniel Foth, and Michael Tull.
Chemco Tires. They're all you need to know about tires and service.
Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, where community connects.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
PMC Advantage Insurance Services, serving our neighbors for over 80 years.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, caring for Alguna, Sway City, and surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional, and physical therapy services.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on the radio.
Forest City 3, Bishop Garrigan 2 as we head to the top half of the 6th inning. Kellen Moore for a clutch 3-run double by the Indians turns this game on its head, but importantly, the Indians still had the bases loaded with 1 out after already scoring 3 runs. They did not add any more, so the Golden Bears are only down by 1 right now for their 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Lappy, Helisef, and Marin, as Lappy's 0 for 1 off a walk into strikeout.
Yeah, and this bottom of the Garrigan lineup, no different than the top, has been producing runs all year, so a lot of confidence still for the Garrigan offense.
This is pitch number 79 by Jack Thompson, and Lappy grounds that one foul down the third base side to make the count 0-1. Golden Bears broke through for 2 runs in the 5th inning, and RBI ground up by Carter Schwab. A solo home run by Cal Berkey. Indians with a bags clearing 3-run double by Kellen Moore, accounting for the 3-2 score tonight. 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball as Lappy lets it go inside to make the count 1-1.
Good take by Lappy, tough one to lay off of. Looked good. Breaking balls working for both pitchers tonight. That was a wicked breaking ball thrown by Drew Fogarty last inning.
Inside to Lappy. Barely got out of the way of that one as the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, I thought that might have got his jersey a little bit. I thought they were going to give him first base, but he stays in the batter's box.
I think he maybe felt a little remorse for not maybe letting that one go a little bit more inside as Lappy swings at one in the dirt. That one was a couple feet in front of home plate, but Lappy was fooled as the count goes to 2-2.
Yeah, I'm sure it was unintentional by Thompson, but that one that nearly hit him definitely had the effect of a brushback pitch as Lappy got back in the box, and it wasn't quite set there for that one. He didn't see the pitch and swung at one well out of the zone.
2-2 count to Lappy, still 1 strike to work with here. And he fouls off the breaking ball. That one stayed a little bit up high, but that's a protect mode swing with 2 strikes. So count still 2-2. Lappy, the leadoff man in the inning for the Golden Bears, trying to rally against Thompson. Neither pitcher has lost a game this season as the 2-2 pitch rolled slowly towards third base. Hagan charges it, gobbles it up, lobs it onto first base, and got Lappy by a step. Lappy almost hustled down there and beat that one out, but Hagan able to get the out for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, all the Bears are looking fast on this turf. Lappy got down to first base in a hurry. Granted, it was a hit to third base. Tough play by Hagan. Nice job there by that Forest City third baseman, but close play, bang, bang at first base. You know, the Bears, good hitting situations for them to work on the playoffs.
And Keaton Helisef taking, and there's a called strike 1. Helisef has singled and struck out so far tonight.
Because there's going to be some intense at-bats in the playoffs around the corner.
0-1 pitch, and that one is a swing and a ground ball into left field for a base hit. Helisef reached way out in front, now gets away. Oh, it got away from Archer. Helisef's on his way to second base, and he'll get there. Archer was just very casual approaching that ball. I don't think he looked it into his glove, and the slow roller just rolled right past him.
Yeah, you said it, Tyler. A slow roller. Helisef, he just kind of check swinged. I don't think he wanted to check his swing. It was high and outside, and he just extended his arms and tapped it into that area between third and short. It was so slow, the left fielder just casually missed it. Can you casually miss something? Oh, that was a big moment because now they got someone in scoring position.
So Golden Bears will have Nathan Marin batting, and he'll swing and miss the first pitch for strike one, 0-1 count. That was pitch number 87 by Thompson. As Helseth at second base, Forest City with a big air letting him get there. After reaching for that single, as swing and miss by Marin, ball gets away from Moore. Helseth got a late read, he's trying for third, throws in plenty of time, and Helseth's out by a mile. Kellen Moore guns down Keaton Helseth at third base. He did not read that one in time. That's one where if you hesitate, you're lost. And that's a big out, number 2 of the inning.
Oh, unfortunate break for the Bears. That ball didn't get as far behind Moore as Helseth had thought. It didn't make it all the way to the backstop. And Moore, lightning quick wrestler, low to the ground, just crabbed back there, got the ball, and chucked it down to third.
0-2 count now on Marin, and he checks swings and misses. A half protect swing by Marin, and that is strike 3. So a promising inning for the Golden Bears goes by quietly here in the 6th. Moore throws out the runner at third base, and then Marin strikes out. And Drew Fogarty will try to keep things here at a 1-run game heading to the bottom of the 6th on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
More Sports Club members making these broadcasts possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Reeb's Wicked Good Bar and Grill. For wicked good food, drinks, and service, you gotta go to Reeb's.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
New Way K&H Cooperative, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
Dump it. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Apartments, quality apartments for rent, beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Daylight Donuts, open early with delicious donuts and great coffee.
All bringing you this game on the radio.
Forest City 3 and Bishop Garrigan 2 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Indians will try to tack on some insurance runs as they will have, once again, their same batting order coming up this half inning. Boy, that last inning, they sent 9 guys to the plate and scored 3 runs. The big blow coming on that 3-run double by Kellen Moore. It'll be Ryan Bailey starting things off. Bailey singled to begin the last inning as he swings and fouls that pitch back from Fogarty for strike 1.
Fogarty just going right to work, getting ahead in the count. How about this efficiency for Fogarty? That was his 66th pitch.
And that was with a 24-pitch inning the last inning as Fogarty misses for ball 1. Fogarty winds and fires on the 1-1. And that one downstairs as Bailey backs off, and the count goes to 2-1.
You know, I have not put much thought into this, but that might be the recipe for Fogarty's arm staying so healthy all season, not a lot of arm distress, is that he works complete games, but he doesn't throw the 100-plus pitches.
2-1 pitch and a nice breaking ball. Big cut by Bailey, but came up empty as the count goes 2-2. Fogarty looks in, winds and delivers the 2-2.
Oh.
Fastball a little bit low. Good eye by Bailey as the count goes full.
You know what? That is a good job by that umpire. That was the right call. It was just underneath the zone, but that's a tough call.
3-2 pitch. Bailey fists that one towards second base. Bauer racing over. Lappy goes in front, and Lappy puts away the soft flare over to first base for out number 1 of the inning. So Bailey retired. Ty Dillevue batting. He's 1 for 2. Singled during that big 5th inning for Forest City. Fogarty now at 71 pitches as we play in the bottom of the 6th. Dillevue standing in for Forest City as Fogarty misses outside of the breaking ball, and the count goes to 1-0.
Well, there is some rain looming to our left here. Tyler, I think we're going to make it.
1-0 pitch. That is inside for a ball, 2-0 count. That's a very tempting statement of Mother Nature. Seems like you're challenging her.
Well,
we are not on the press box tonight, ladies and gents, so if it starts raining, I might have to scramble. As Dillevue flies that one into right center field, it's going to be a long run for Berkey. Berkey's coming in, and he gets to it in the gap and puts it away for out number 2.
All I meant by that was that Fogarty is in control here. He's not walking anyone. He's mowing down hitters as he has the whole game. I only meant that the Bears are going to be back up to bat briefly before this rain may hit.
So the batter will be Omar Baez, the shortstop. Baez 0 for 2 so far tonight, as he lined out on a bunt his last time up to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on base. Fogarty winds and delivers to Baez as he fouls the first pitch back to the screen for strike 1. Golden Bears in their last hope. 7th inning will have Drew Fogarty, Benji Traynor, and Carter Schwab as the scheduled hitters. As Fogarty tries to work through a quick inning here in the bottom of the 6th. The Bishop Garrigan senior delivers the 0-1, and it's a fastball up and away to Baez. 1-1 count. Forest City's seen a ton of Drew Fogarty. Pitched against him earlier this year as he shakes off the first pitch. Don't see that a ton as the 1-1 count. There's another off-speed pitch up high for a ball, and the count goes 2-1.
Yeah, a very rare shakeoff by Fogarty. So much confidence in whatever Garrett Hine calls.
Fogarty works quick and brings the 2-1 pitch. Another breaking ball, and there's a strike as the count goes to 2-2.
You know, sometimes, Tyler, the catcher calls the shakeoff. Just get the hitter thinking a little bit. Sometimes you just got to give a little shake.
Fogarty fully leaning on the breaking ball right now. 2-2 pitch. There's another breaking ball, and it's a called strike 3. Fogarty went with breaking ball after breaking ball, and he got Baez looking. It stays a 1-run game. Last chance time for the Golden Bears coming up next. Can they capture the conference title by taking the lead, or will Forest City tie the standings? We'll find out next on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
At Security State Bank, we realize each customer has a unique set of needs and goals. That's why we place a greater value on providing outstanding customer service. All products and services are designed for customers within our local community. We value each customer that walks through our door and wants to give them the personalized attention they deserve. Find out why Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne is your partner in community banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
Can Kellen Moore be the hero tonight for Forest City? We are about to find out. Moore has already hit a 3-run double in this ball game as the Forest City Indians lead the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears 3-2. And right now, Kellen Moore is coming in to replace Jack Thompson. Thompson done after 89 pitches as Moore goes from catcher to pitcher. So far this season, Moore has pitched in 7 games, all relief appearances, a 2-0 record of 1 save, a 1.80 ERA, 31 Ks, and 8 walks. Opponents batting .041 against Moore. Again, 11 2/3 innings pitched for the right-hander, looking for save number 2 of the season.
And just going off what I saw in his warm-ups, it doesn't look like Moore is going to mess around with a lot of breaking pitches. It looks like he's going to come right after these guys with fastballs, and Fogarty can hit the fastball.
Fogarty, Trainer, and Schwab this inning for the Golden Bears as Fogarty grounds it to the first base side foul, and the count goes to 0-1. Well, just one pitch in. Moore with a little giddy up on that fastball as he gets ahead of Fogarty 0-1 here.
Yeah, Fogarty just a little bit behind that one. If he makes an adjustment, gets that bat head throw, he's going to do some damage against this hard throwing. You know, the harder they throw, the harder it goes off that bat.
Fogarty has flied out twice tonight, once to center field and once to right field. The 0-1 pitch, and that's a fastball outside for a ball as the count evens up 1-1.
I always like pitchers like Kellen Moore. Like, they're not hiding anything, and they're not necessarily worried that much about where they put the ball. They're just trying to throw it as hard as they can.
Moore kicks and brings the 1-1. And there's a fastball low outside corner to Fogarty. He was not a fan, but the count quickly goes to 1-2, and Fogarty's got to protect now. The leadoff hitter really sets the tone. Hagan is a mile off the third base line at third base. He knows it's going to be hard to pull one down the line against this velocity. 1-2 pitch, ball 2 as it evens at 2-2.
Oh, just missed the thighs of Andrew Fogarty. He gladly would have taken that one glancing off the quads to get on first base here.
Moore holds the hands of the belt, brings the 2-2, and it's downstairs for a ball. Fogarty has run the count full at 3-2 as it's been all gas so far by Kellen Moore, bringing in the fastball against Drew Fogarty.
Yeah, great vision by Fogarty, laying off those pitches that are coming in hot.
The set by Moore. The 3-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Fogarty very late on the fastball, tried to just cut down on it, and he missed. So Moore goes straight fastballs to Fogarty, and that is pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Out number 1 of the inning is Benji Trainer will step in, 1 for 2 tonight.
That one on Fogarty was headed to the outside corner. At first, I think Fogarty hoped it was going to be a ball, but by the time he realized he had to protect it, too late. Already behind on that.
So Trainer, right-handed batter for the Golden Bears, up on his toes as Moore finds the bottom half of the zone on the outside corner for strike 1. 3-2 Forest City as we play here in the top half of the 7th inning on hometown radio KLGA Algona, 92.7 FM. Moore kicks and delivers, and Trainer grounds that one towards first base. Dillevue fields it, but it's in foul territory. That one just creeping foul, and the count goes to 0-2 on Trainer.
It's about as close as it could get. I'm sure the umpire was thinking about where that crossed the bases. Did it hit the orange bag or the white bag? It was close. Either way, the first baseman had his mitt on it. Was going to be quite a race between Trainer and the first baseman had it been fair.
0-2 count right now. The set by Moore and the delivery. And that one just a little bit up and in for a ball as the count goes to 1-2.
Some cheers went up from the Forest City crowd. Think they had strike 3 there, and a big sigh of relief from the Garrigan crowd knowing Trainer gets another hack at it.
1-2 count. The kick and the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Ladder high fastball, and it's back-to-back Ks by Kellen Moore as Carter Schwab is the final hope for the Golden Bears. Schwab is 0 for 2 tonight. It's been 10 pitches, 10 fastballs by Kellen Moore, and Golden Bears just have to gear up and get ready to hit some heat because Moore has telegraphed his game plan.
That's right, but you know, Schwab, a very young player, but this guy, he's got no sweat in there. He's going after it.
The pitch to Schwab. And that one outside corner for a called strike. Count is 0-1.
Yeah, Schwab might be the number 9 hitter, but you just get the feeling from young Schwab watching him play sports that he's a competitor. You know, he's going to equal the task here. Don't count it out.
Moore's ready for the 0-1 pitch, and it's downstairs to Schwab, and the count goes to 1-1. You know, Barry Bonds had a good quote about hitting against pitchers who throw hard, and obviously Barry Bonds maybe had a little bit of scientific enhancement helping him out as well, but Bonds said it doesn't matter if the pitch is 120 miles per hour, the catcher's going to catch it. He said, I'm just catching it with the bat. It's just a different tool, as the pitch is upstairs for a ball, 2-1 count, so we'll see if Schwab can just catch this one off the bat.
Yeah, that's some great advice from the Balco Bonds, but I think Schwab is the guy to do it here. I'm anticipating a hit.
2-1 pitch, and Schwab watches it go a little bit off the plate. 3-1 count on the freshman with Justin Bauer waiting on deck.
Yeah, Bauer on deck, hitting over 500 on the season. Schwab can work a walk here. We're in business.
The 3-1 pitch to Schwab. And there's a fastball called strike. Golden Bears are down to their final strike of the evening. Base is empty, trailing by 1. A 3-2 count in the 7th inning on Carter Schwab. Kellen Moore trying to slam the door shut. The senior sets and brings the 3-2. Downstairs for ball 4. Carter Schwab keeps the game alive with a nice plate appearance, and Bishop Garrigan has the tying run on base for Justin Bauer, who's 1 for 3 so far tonight.
We're going to see if they run with Schwab, who's got solid speed. And Grant Busherfield out there coaching first base is pumping him up and telling him he's leaving the game. They are bringing in Garrigan, is going to pinch run for Schwab, being the tying run on first base.
Well, Garrigan is 5 for 5 in steals so far this season for Bishop Garrigan, but it would be a gutsy play here to try to steal second off of Moore. We'll see if the Golden Bears consider that. Bauer's batting over 500 this season, the number 2 mark in the conference. And he'll watch the first pitch dip down below the knees for ball 1.
Good vision by Bauer as well. Patience at the plate. If you're going to swing at this fastball, you might as well get one that's down the middle.
1-0 pitch on Bauer. Swing and a miss. That one was upstairs and likely ball 2, but that high fastball is tempting as the count evens at 1-1.
Garrigan is doing a very big fake steal move every pitch. He's just faking, but could draw a throw.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Bauer late on the fastball, and the count goes to 1-2. All fastballs so far by Moore. 19 pitches, 19 heaters. Will he mix it up here for 1-2 count? Or will he move the fastball around to Bauer? Here's the set. The 1-2 pitch. And a called strike 3. Forest City has tied the standings in the top of Iowa West. Kellen Moore strikes out the side in the 7th inning and slams the door shut for his second save of the season. Bishop Garrigan will not clinch an outright conference title tonight. The Indians and the Golden Bears split the season series, both by scores of 3-2. So both teams now tied at the top of the conference standings. Golden Bears 13-2, Indians 13-2. So it looks like this tomorrow night. Bishop Garrigan hosts West Hancock, and Forest City visits because it's Lake Mills. If both teams win, they share the conference title. If both teams lose, they share the conference title. The only way we have an outright champion this year is if one team wins and the other loses, but Golden Bears let an opportunity to clinch the title outright go by the wayside tonight. A heartbreaking 3-2 loss for Bishop Garrigan. We'll take a timeout and wrap it up coming up next on KLGA 92.7 and the El Gordo Radio YouTube stream.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Iowa did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Iowa. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association.
As we come back, Bishop Garrigan drops a heartbreaker tonight in Forest City, Iowa, losing by a final count of 3-2. I'm Tyler Lance alongside Beanie Bodies. We look at the final numbers for tonight's game. Pitching-wise, Jack Thompson picks up the win for Forest City as Thompson, a perfect mark on the season, 7-0 record coming into tonight, and he picks up win number 5-0 record coming into tonight as he picks up win number 6. Thompson goes 6 innings tonight, giving up 5 hits and 2 runs. Struck out 6 and walked 1. Kellen Moore came on for his second save of the season and closed the door in the 7th inning. He pitched 1 inning, walking 1, did not allow any hits or runs as he struck out 3 Golden Bear batters. Drew Fogarty takes his first loss of the season. He is now 7-1. Fogarty pitched 6 innings tonight, giving up 6 hits, 2 walks. He struck out 3, gave up 3 runs in this ball game, all of them coming during the 5th inning. Hitting-wise, there was only 1 hit tonight by Kellen Moore, but it was a big one, a 3-run double during the 5th inning as he went 1 for 3 tonight. James Hagan 2 for 3 for Forest City. On the Bishop Garrigan side of things, Cal Burke, he was 1 for 3 with a solo homer. Garrett Hine 1 for 3 tonight as well. You had Keaton Helseth go 2 for 3 in tonight's ball game, and Benji Traynor for 1 for 3 night for the Golden Bears. So Beanie, tough loss for the Golden Bears, obviously. Just 1 inning where it got away. Fogarty had 2 walks during the 5th. Forest City hit the ball hard as well during the 5th, and Kellen Moore came up with the bases loaded. They did a good job facing him earlier for the bases empty, but he got his RBI opportunity, and he capitalized, and really that one swing was all Forest City needed tonight.
Yeah, really just one pitch. Andrew Fogarty I have full confidence after that one pitch that Moore hit was going to come back and work his way out of the jam. We've seen him do that so many times this year. I think Kellen Moore knew that too, because he swung at that first pitch. He was thinking, this is my chance, and he got the pitch to drive to the opposite field, and a great swing on a good breaking ball by Fogarty, and he just won that battle, hit it to the gap. You got to give your hats off to Kellen Moore here. Hits that double, clearing the bases, and then comes in and sits down the Bears' very capable offense in the bottom of the 7th, top of the 7th. Very impressive outing there by Kellen Moore, and he's clearly the team leader here for the Indians. He led the line through to shake hands with the Golden Bears, a good sportsman, and then he took it back through his lineup and shook hands with his teams, and man, were they happy. It's always good, win, lose, or draw, to see some good high school sports, and there's always going to be a loser and a winner, and good, solid sportsmanship on both teams tonight, and I wish them both well going forward.
Always a great matchup when these two teams battle, no doubt about it, as Forest City ends up splitting the season series with Bishop Garrigan. And as we said, the conference title will be up in the air tomorrow as Bishop Garrigan faces West Hancock at home. Forest City is at Lake Mills. Now, if both teams win tomorrow night, they'll split the conference title, and obviously not the outcome the Golden Bears wanted. They controlled their own destiny coming into tonight, as a win would have clinched the title for Bishop Garrigan. But unfortunately for the Golden Bears, they'll have to wait it out tomorrow, and really a nice job by the Indians. Got down 2-0, and really that 3-run inning immediately answered. They did not let that momentum sit for any amount of time. Bishop Garrigan got those 2 runs in the 5th inning with the RBI ground up by Schwab and then the home run by Cal Berkey, and Forest City was able to come back and snatch that momentum immediately. But I'll say this as well, Bishop Garrigan, they've had their opportunities this season and they've taken advantage of almost all of them, but the 2 missed opportunities that got away, obviously tonight against Forest City, a missed opportunity by Bishop Garrigan, but I do think the Golden Bears are also living to regret an earlier game this season against North Union where they fell behind in the 7th inning. They were winning going into that inning, fell behind late, and ended up losing at home to the Warriors. Had Bishop Garrigan held on in that game, they would only need to win tomorrow night in order to clinch the conference title, but that's what I call baseball a game of inches. All it takes is really 2 bad innings throughout the course of the season. One tonight against Forest City, one against North Union earlier, and all of a sudden, you're looking at a conference split instead of a conference outright win.
Yep, that was a night against North Union where the offense, the whole team, it just wasn't quite there for the Bears. But on the flip side, Tyler, you can say, well, you know, if they might even be this opportunity to play for this situation. If a couple more games of inches, they might have lost a couple more. So, yeah, you know, sports is a funny thing. It can always go either way, and that's why I think it's interesting to do this stuff. It's the best thing to watch on TV, listen to on the radio, because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so no doubt the 2 best teams in the conference. It was well established throughout the season, and it was proven once again tonight as Forest City wins an intensely exciting game, 3-2 over Bishop Garrigan. Indians gritting it out on their home field. So with the loss, Bishop Garrigan drops to 20-6. Forest City improving to 16-7 with the win. And again, the teams tied atop the conference standings with 1 top of Iowa West game left coming up tomorrow night. So for my partner, Beanie Bodie, I'm Tyler Lance signing off for this one. This has been a Hometown Radio KLGA sports production. Once again, final score, Forest City 3 and Bishop Garrigan 2.
More Sports Club members making these broadcasts possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Reeb's Wicked Good Bar and Grill for wicked good food, drinks, and service. You gotta go to